Ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker's teaser trailer just over 3 months ago over at Star Wars Celebration, it left a lot of fans very excited and eager to see the upcoming Star Wars movie, especially the trailer 2 of The Rise of Skywalker by director J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is going to offer tons of new revelations, as well as new connections to the prequels and the originals. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to various shot descriptions of the upcoming trailer 2 of this film, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where both Rey and Kylo Ren are in a standoff face-to-face in the middle of a rainstorm with tons of lightning and thunder, where one of the sequences is said to offer a close-up of Kylo's face, where they appear yellow on his eyes from the light by his ignited lightsaber. It's said that eventually Kylo Ren sprints towards Rey just as he did to Luke at the end of The Last Jedi, however without the scream, where a revised track of Kylo Ren's theme begins to play by John Williams. It's described to be a far darker theme for Kylo Ren that serves as a way of telling the fans he is fully embraced with the dark side. Their sabers clash, where the scenery is said to turn to a bright light showing fast glimpses of past worlds from the Skywalker saga that are only teased and very quick with few frames. The next describes a shot in which Kylo Ren is said to be yelling and ordering an army of Sith troopers to attack a large tower that also has a fort of some kind, where the Sith troopers are said to use these bow and arrows like blasters that fire by pulling on a lever. The next describes a sequence in which Rey is meditating inside of the Prime Jedi Temple, where she is said to be sitting with her legs crossed, however she is levitating roughly 3 feet off the ground, where pieces of the Skywalker saber are floating around her. It's said that as she does this, she hears the voices of Obi-Wan, Anakin, and even Yoda, where it ends with Luke Skywalker's voice with extended dialogue about 1,000 generations live in her now. The last goes over a shot in which both Rey and Kylo Ren are in their starships, where Kylo is said to be inside of his new white shuttle, firing at Rey in her E-Wing-like starfire, heading toward one of the First Order superweapons called the First Order Annihilators. These are said to be massive ships with large cannons as big as Imperial destroyers that hold Death Star technology that can wreak havoc on the surface of a planet. So let's go over a couple of parts about this, because we do know that Episode 9 is really going to offer a lot of action-packed sequences as well as a lot of emotional moments. So, the one that really gets me is where Rey is said to be meditating inside of the Prime Jedi Temple, where she begins to hear the voices of Obi-Wan, Yoda, Anakin, and even Luke Skywalker, the 4 main characters of the Skywalker saga that are associated with the light side. Now, what I like about this is that this is, of course, Rey connecting to past characters from the prequels and the originals, as she is focusing on constructing the lightsaber, or at least updating it or tinkering with it in order to perfect its design. So, with that being said, we do know that this film is really going to offer a lot of moments like this that are very, heavy on Jedi and Sith lore, as well as other types of lore that we have never seen before on the big screen. So, the other piece that I do want to go over that really stands out to me quite a bit is where we have both Kylo Ren and Rey in a standoff with each other, where they are both face-to-face in the middle of a rainstorm with tons of lightning and thunder. It sounds so dramatic. And then we go to a sequence where they are basically getting into a dramatic moment where Kylo Ren is said to sprint towards Rey, where the camera focuses on his face and on his eyes, and you see the eyes with the glowing yellow color from the ignition of his saber. As he charges towards Rey and they clash their sabers, it's said that we get a little tease of the worlds that are set to appear in, of course, the flash fights in a very fast-paced fashion, showing us very few frames and real quick glimpses, if you will, of the planets one by one. Now, the last piece that I want to go over that stands out to me quite a bit is, of course, the First Order Annihilators. A lot of people have been wondering about the First Order Annihilators. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but we do know that we are getting a newer version of the World Devastators. Now, these First Order Annihilators are said to be gigantic star destroyers, with the cannons themselves being the size of a regular Imperial destroyer, the ones that we saw in A New Hope. So, you can only imagine how big these starships are really going to be, and they actually contain Death Star technology. So they have the ability to wipe out the surface of a planet. In case you guys did not know, this is a very interesting fact. The First Order loves Death Star technology. In case you guys did not know, during the events of The Last Jedi on Crate, when they used that laser weapon to burst through the door of the Resistance base, or the Rebellion base, I should say, that was abandoned, that was Death Star technology that was used out of that laser beam device, whatever it was really called. That held Death Star technology. So very interesting point there. Anyways, guys, I would love to hear what you all have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.